Good morning, everyone. Good morning, lovely people. I hope you guys have a fantastic day because it is a lovely day here in Natarang. Today is not windy, it is really beautiful. So I'm gonna go for a long walk. I want to show you guys again view of Natarang from my hotel. Obviously, I'm staying in my rooftop right now. Today weather is really nice, really nice. It is not windy. Hopefully it doesn't rain today. And lovely swimming pool here. I haven't used this swimming pool yet whatsoever. And the reason is obviously because it's just a little bit windy and it's not sunny. But the reason that I'm up here, guys, some of you guys, especially Eddie, one of my lovely subscriber, requested for me to compare here with different places, like different countries and different cities and so on and so forth. So I thought to myself, lovely weather, maybe I can come up here, sit here and give you guys some information. One thing that I gotta tell you guys, like when you're traveling, it just so much things depends on your personal. Oh yeah. Again, I dropped my camera. So okay, let me secure my camera somehow and then we're gonna continue. Okay guys, still is windy, so it is nice weather, but it still is windy, so I want to hold my camera like this so make sure it's safe. But because I dropped my camera again, yesterday I did that once, today once, and so I don't want to damage my camera. Okay, so let's go back to our discussion. So comparison sometimes it depends on your personality because everybody is different. Maybe I like something that you don't like. For example, I come across one of my friend recently and I was traveling with him, TJ, and he likes, for example, big city. And then I told him, like, are you kidding me? Like how, for example, to me, I don't like big city. The reason that I'm saying, just for you guys to understand why I'm saying it's just totally different for everybody. He said because I grew up in this small town, so now when I'm in big city, it's just really nice for me. It just like makes me excited. But in the other hand, I grew up in big city. That's why I don't like big city. You see that what I'm trying to say? So it just depends on your personality. So comparing here to Thailand, so let's do this. Be honest with you, this time that I came to Vietnam, I'm extremely impressed with so many things. First of all, there's a lot of hotels option and the price is lower than Thailand in so many aspects. Food prices is lower, so totally cost of living in Vietnam is lower than Thailand. So the first time when I went to Hanoi, it is a big city obviously, and I didn't like it. I really didn't like it. It's just so crowded for me, maybe because I was staying in Central where all the tourists stays. I didn't like it. I'm sure there's a lot of nice places in Hanoi, but my first experience, because I stayed in the wrong place, I didn't like it. But this time when I went to Da Nang, obviously now is low season because it's winter here, I really loved it in so many aspects. Customer service is good in so many aspects, and there's a lot of food options. Obviously the price is really reasonable and obviously it's safe. I never had any problem in Da Nang so far, here or anywhere else. And for example, another thing that I really like in Vietnam so far, it is very clean. Like compared to Thailand, I believe Vietnam is more clean. Because like when I'm walking at the beach here, there is 100 trash cans everywhere. For example, in Thailand, anywhere that I went, you cannot find a trash can. And that's really, sometimes it's just like, a lot of people, okay, they don't hold the trash on their hands, so they're throwing it here and there. And that's so obviously like, doesn't look good at the beach and everywhere else. But here, like trash cans everywhere. It's just like, I grew up in Canada and trash cans are everywhere. Like you don't need to hold your trash in your hand more than 1 second because one trash can is on to your left and right everywhere. But unfortunately, in Thailand, doesn't exist. Even in Bangkok, sometimes you see just a black plastic bag, one of those trash plastic bags, hanging somewhere, and people just throwing everything there. So that's, I don't know why they don't have a trash can in Thailand. But one of the things that I really liked in Vietnam so far between Da Nang and here. So obviously I'm gonna go to Saigon, and I can have a better judgment on the big cities too. Here is more clean than Thailand. That's the bottom line. And the food options is there. You can have all kind of foods. Be honest with you, Thai food, Vietnamese food, international foods, lot of Italian restaurants. So you're not gonna struggle with food whatsoever. Whatever you want here. And as I said, price is lower than Thailand. The only thing is a little bit cultural differences, obviously. Like here, people more conservative. For example, in Thailand, it's just wild west. Like you go anywhere, you see everybody shirtless and walking around. Even I saw in Pattaya, which is really ridiculous, because some people, they don't have no respect for nobody. And obviously you can, sometimes I take my shirt off too, but in right place, like at the beach or somewhere that absolutely nobody there when I'm going for a long walk, especially in islands. But I don't take my shirt off when I'm in the mall, because for Thai people, that's disrespect, even here. So, but you see those kind of people in Thailand more than here, because here is more conservative. I guess people gonna look at you a little bit differently. But overall, like it is very decent place here. Again, like depends on what you want to do. Like if you want a quiet vacation, if you want to, just have a daytime plan and nighttime you don't have a plan. I haven't been anywhere so far here at night, regardless in Da Nang or here. I didn't go to any bar, I didn't go to any clubs, but I can hear like every night after 9-10, it's just everywhere boom 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 music and everything else. So it is like not like a Thailand, because Thailand is just whole different ball game, guys. It's just like a nightlife. Everybody going there for just nightlife. So a little bit different, but I'm extremely impressed by so many things. Another things that I find out, again, just I want to warn you guys this, because I was struggling once. So the ATM machine in Vietnam doesn't, all the pin needs to be up to 6 digits. I'm going to grab my debit card, and my debit card is more than 6 digits. And I was doing some research last night that somebody come up and say, okay, well, he went to HSBC and his PIN was more than 6 digits, and he was able to withdraw money. So I want to try that too. Be honest with you, I want to try to see if my debit card that which is more than 6 digit is going to work here or not. For example, in Thailand works, in Indonesia doesn't work. Again, their ATM machine is designed for 6 digit. But again, if you're asking me between Vietnam, Thailand, and Indonesia, which one is more fun? Be honest with you, Vietnam is more fun than Indonesia. Because I find out in Indonesia, it's just like, in so many aspects, it somehow is very uncomfortable to stay there. For example, here, I had a small argument in the beginning about my room. After that, they treated me like a gold, guys, gold, But for example, in Indonesia, when I was in Bandung, I was staying in one hotel for like 3-4 weeks, and the attitude of receptionists and everybody, it was absolutely unwelcoming, and especially for somebody that is staying for like 3 weeks. They didn't really have that mentality of welcoming tourists in Indonesia. In Bali, a little bit different, because Bali is just like 90% of the tourists goes to the Bali, but you're going to struggle everywhere else in Indonesia. In Jakarta is better, but if you want to go to, if you take a look at my videos, I've been to so many places in Indonesia, especially if you go to the places that there is less tourists there, you're going to struggle because there's no customer service. Pretty much they don't care. So this is the comparison between Indonesia and here. Be honest with you, in so many aspects, Vietnam is absolutely impressive in so many aspects. And this time I'm going to stay obviously for 1 month. But definitely, when I'm going out, when I'm coming back to Vietnam, because I want to explore Vietnam more, I'm sure there's a lot of lovely places in Vietnam. So when I'm coming back, I'm going to take 3 months visa. So why I'm saying that, so make sure you guys understand that I want to spend more time in Vietnam because it is lovely, and so far I have a very good experience. So if you ask me if I'm gonna go to the busiest places, no. I rather to, explore small cities, islands, because that's my personality. It's just nothing to do with Vietnam. I'm saying that goes back again to my personality. Like, I don't like Bangkok, for example. I don't like big city of anywhere, So I don't like, for example, Toronto. I don't like anywhere. I don't like, for example, New York City. I was going to New York City a lot when I was living in Canada because I love pizza. So on weekends or my long weekends or whatever, I was just driving to New York City. I was staying for 2 nights and I was coming back. And I'm not sure if have any of you guys that watching this video had that opportunity to drive from, for example, from Canada to New York City. It's lovely, really lovely. Everywhere is green and beautiful, especially summertime. Winter time, I never done that, like winter time is crazy. So I won't risk my life like that because of snow and ice and everything else. But summertime, when I was doing this, it was lovely. Everywhere is green, like 8-9 hours. I don't rush, I don't go fast. It was really good experience. I was going there and coming back. And the reason that I was going to New York City, the only thing is it was pizza, nothing else, absolutely nothing else, because I hate big cities. And I wasn't staying in the, busy part. Always I was staying far from the busy part of the New York City. And then always I was parking my car and was coming with the train and then going back because driving there is just nuts. So hopefully I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. Sometimes like it depends on your personality, like when I'm comparing something, it's just I'm comparing it based on my personality. Maybe your personality is totally different. Maybe you like big city. Maybe you want to be in Bangkok and a lot of malls and traffic, a lot of options, a lot of bars, a lot of restaurants. But to me, no, I like small city. A small city just makes me happy. So so far so good, guys. I'm really impressed with Vietnam. So the cost of living lower than Thailand, and there's a lot of hotel option. And again, for example, another things that I want to tell you guys, why I'm saying is just like when I'm comparing something, is just I'm comparing it based on my personality. For example, I was researching about Malaysia because I went to Malaysia, I went to Kuala Lumpur, I went to Langkawi, and there's a couple of other islands that I want to go and see. For example, last night I was doing research to what I'm going to do, what I'm going to go next. Laos, or maybe I'll go to Malaysia to explore those islands, so on and so forth. I haven't made my decision so far where I'm going to go. So the first things usually I check, again, that comes back to my personality because I want to stay in nice, clean place. That's the deal breaker for me. For example, for so many people say, I don't care, if there's a room and is a fan, and if air conditioning even there or not. I heard from one British gentleman in Cambodia. He said to me, I don't care if it's even no air conditioning. If there's a bed, if there's a fan, I'm good to go. You see, that's a different personality. For example, for me, it's just not like that. I was doing some research about those islands, and when I was looking at the hotels and the hotel that is based on my price range, I saw just most of them is disaster. So I changed my plan. You understand what I'm saying, guys? So again, it goes back to my personality. Maybe for you, who cares? I want to just go see that beautiful island. So I don't care if I'm going to stay in really not clean or not nice place. But for me, a little bit different. So I make my decision based on, for example, first, because usually I stay long. It's just not for a lot of people that vacationing is totally different than me, that I'm traveling full time. When you're traveling full time, you cannot, stay one place 1 day, 2 day, 1 day, 2 days. So, sometimes it's just, you cannot film enough, you cannot, go different places in that city or island. So I have to stay for 1 week or 2 weeks. And so far, when I'm staying 1 week or 2 weeks, I'd rather to stay in one hotel, because changing hotel is just like pain in the butt. So for that reason, I need to be somewhere comfortable with good internet and comfortable, clean. So again, that goes back to my personality. So you see, it's just comparison, guys. It's just, I really understand what you guys want to know maybe more about Vietnam and everything else, especially Eddie. I'm doing this comparison for you, my friend. But again, depends on your personality, my friend. But if you're asking me, Hamid, are you going to come back to Vietnam? 100%. As soon as I'm going out, because my visa is expires on January, so I'm going to go out. I'm going to explore somewhere, maybe Laos, maybe somewhere else. I don't know. After 1 month, I'm applying for 3 months visa to Vietnam, because I believe there is lots to see in Vietnam. And another thing is about different personality here and the woman here. So obviously, if you're coming here to date, not even date, if you are coming here for a long, 1 month, 2 months, or whatever, like somebody like me, or even if you coming here just to run away from the cold weather in your country for 2 months or 3 months, dating here a little bit different than, for example, Thailand. And I believe here is just 100% more decent, because here is just not like, there is a lot of working girls. I'm not saying it's just not, but the amount of working girls here is just much, much less than Thailand. For example, in Pattaya, you cannot walk at the beach, because all freelancers. If you go to the club, if you go to the bar, if you come across anybody, 99.9% are freelancers. But here, a little bit different. Culturally, they are a little bit more conservative. And even if you want to date, it's just not like, it takes time, I guess. If you want to be close to them, probably they need to get to know you. Because sometimes when I'm matching with these girls online, for example, last night, one of the girls had like million questions. Like, I got so tired. And usually, because I'm not one of those person that I can chat a lot, like I can, like to me, it's just like important things. You need to send a message, something that is very important. Otherwise, I cannot, like go on and on and on, back and forth, back and forth. So she had a lot of questions. I said, why are you questioning me too much? Because I'm traveling. I don't know what you're thinking. And she said, I'm just trying to get to know you. And that's true. That's a normal way. But I'm just telling you guys, it's a little bit different. For example, in Thailand, doesn't take you this much for meeting, what, million text messages back and forth. So a little bit different. So hopefully before I leave here, I can go to one of the nightlife. I really want to explore. I want to see like at least one place nightlife, or one bar or something, because I haven't go there. And I don't know, like somehow the weather, it just brings me down. At night, it's just like I want to go and lie down and just watch the news and do my things. And obviously last night I had to upload these 2 videos that is coming up. It takes time, guys, takes time, trust me. It's just the internet is not like this. Although the internet here is good, I'm not complaining, but it's hotel, because a million people using the hotel. This is like 29th floor hotel, and a lot of rooms, and people in the evening usually using the internet more. So the speed is low and takes a long time to upload something. It's just like, I spend like 3-4 hours, 5 hours to upload these 2 videos and everything else. And after that, I don't have that energy to go out. And I see that, from my window, like up to 9, 10, there is no noise. but the music and everything else starts after 9:10, and by 9:10 I'm just out, like I want to just sleep. I'm just getting old, I guess. So yeah, that's a comparison, guys. So if you're planning to come to Vietnam, especially Nha Trang or Da Nang, I really love that. I love the both of them, food wise, hotel wise, apartment, clean city, a lot of options. That was impressive to me. And you don't see any homelesses on the street, you don't see anything strange. I felt 100% safe, absolutely nothing else. But if you're a single man, when you walk in, sometimes they approach you with them, cell phone and show you some naked woman, say, oh, you want a massage, boom, boom. This is the only thing that I saw here in Hanoi. In Da Nang, I didn't see nothing. Maybe I didn't go to the bar and those scenes at night, but I didn't see nothing there. But here, yes, I come across a few of them. Even one girl was looking at me and I thought she likes me. She stopped. I said, wow, I got so lucky. So I went to her and said hello. She said, do you want a boom boom massage? So you're going to come across these kind of things. In Hanoi is just a lot. I guess in Saigon is a lot. But here I come across, but in Da Nang, nothing. So basically in safety part, obviously you need to have a common sense, like when you're traveling, you cannot be dumb, For example, let me give you a few advice. ATM. Don't use every single ATM that you see. Make sure have a limited plan in your life. For example, I use ATM machine that is connected to the bank. Why? Because I heard a lot of people, their ATM machine sucks your card. So let's see, middle of the night, you don't get your card back from the machine. It is going to be nightmare, but make sure you do it daytime when the bank is open. Go to the ATM machine that is connected to the bank. So if the machine takes your bank card, you go inside and say, okay, can you give me my card back? So these things is just common sense, like make sure when you are in the hotel, use the safe deposit box or your luggage and lock your luggage. You need a lock for your luggage. That's as simple as that. Sometimes I read the review of some of the hotels when I'm trying to book. Some people complaining, oh, the cleaning staff took something from me. So come on, like when you disorganize and if your room is a mess, and if you put everything on the floor and here and there, and you don't have a lock for your important things in your suitcase, well, come on, then something wrong with you. That's maybe you lose this stuff everywhere and you're blaming somebody else because you are messy, you don't have organization. So for example, in my suitcase I have a lock. When I leave my room, I lock it. My important things in my safety deposit box. So my luggage has a lock, and I'm not messy. I don't put everything, my important things here and there on the table. My important things in my suitcase or in the safety deposit box. That's the bottom line. So these things are common sense. For example, common sense is make sure you have control about yourself, like you don't drink too much. Enjoy your life, but you need to have a control. You cannot go crazy. Don't be aggressive. Just enjoy your life. These things common sense when you're traveling. Sometimes don't buy stuff online, especially if you are overseas, because you don't know if that website is legit or not. Don't be lazy. If you want to get the bus tickets, go to the bus station. If you want to get the train ticket, go to the train station, or make sure find the right app and right website. For example, when I was in Indonesia, I got app for all my traveling, bus and the train and everything else, and I was booking online. But that was legit. I did my due diligence. I went to the bus stop, I went to train station, I saw that's the legit app. Then I downloaded, these things are just common sense that you need to have. Otherwise, you're going to be in trouble. A lot of people say, okay, don't have too much cash. That's true. When you have a bank card in your pocket, you don't need to have an extra cash, but always have a cash. Because I don't know if you guys, I told you guys before my story about my card has more than 6 digits. pen. And for example, in Indonesia, in one point I didn't have zero zilch nada, and I didn't know that my pen doesn't work in Indonesia, because in Indonesia it's just a six digit, and I heard in Vietnam is like that too. So I'm gonna go out and try, because I was reading online, one guy was complaining about that, and then he came back and on the website says, oh, well, I went to HSBC and my card went through. So I don't know. I want to try just to make myself knowledgeable to see if the card has more than 8-digit PIN, if it's going to work here or not. Online says no, but I want to go and physically try it. And yeah, do this kind of stuff, guys. It's just like if you do this kind of stuff, you're safe when you're traveling. And of course, you always need to have some cash on the side, always. Since the things that happened to me in Indonesia, then I find out my card is not working with the ATM machine. Now I have always cash. I never had it. Like I had really a small amount, but now always I have a little bit more to make sure I'm safe. Like I can take care of myself for a month, like, because booking the hotel, I do it online. My credit card is there, so I pay for it. So the booking a hotel or paying with so many things on with your Apple Pay, that's not the issue. The issue is when you need the cash. Then you have to go to the ATM machine to withdraw the money. So yeah, this is the situation when you travel. You always have extra cash with you, because you never know what's going to happen, like few $100s, and that's it. Vietnam is beautiful. I heard from a lot of people that impressed with Vietnam more than even Thailand. I was in the bus from somewhere, and it was a gentleman, like around 65 years old, sitting next to me. He was from Australia, and he was telling me that he spends a lot of time in Thailand and Vietnam. And in one point, because it was like 2 hours drive, so we had all the discussion about traveling and everything else. And he was telling me he's impressed with Vietnam more than Thailand. And even he was showing me the girl that he was dating, and like she was like 25 years old and gorgeous, beautiful. And I heard that from a lot of people that say, we are more impressed in Vietnam than Thailand. So yeah, it is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But just you need to play by the rules. It doesn't matter where you go. You cannot bring your bad habits, from wherever that you stay in, wherever country you are, to another country. So you need to respect the rules, culture, and everything else. So that's the way it is. A lot of people got kicked out from Bali because Bali is a mess. You don't know what kind of people I saw in Bali. It just so many young people that in La La Land and living there pretty much, because they like that lifestyle, 40 beach clubs and this and that, and amount of good-looking people that you see in Bali is just mind-blowing. Imagine that all the Europe, North America, everybody, bunch of young, good-looking people that just moved to Bali. Like the girls that you see, all fit, beautiful, exercising, they are beautiful. All the guys, all, like into perfect shape and, living there. But the amount of aggression that you see there is just mind-blowing. And for example, in Bali, there is a lot of scam. You need to be very careful in Bali. I find that, local people, they just got used to this system that, to screw the tourists. There's a lot of fight going on there. For example, the taxi driver was telling me once, like at night when we stay in front of this beach club and big club to pick up customers, is like we laugh for 2-3 hours, because the group of Russian comes out with the group of other people just fighting and this and that. That's not really enjoyable. For example, in Bali, Bali is not really Indonesia to me, because I traveled everywhere in Indonesia like few months ago. It's completely different places. Like the Indonesia that, except Bali, it's just like you see the true Indonesia. But Bali is completely different because first of all, Bali is not Muslim city, Muslim island, sorry. It's just 90% is Hindu, or 90% or 80% or 70%, I don't know. But mostly is Hindu. So the culture is different, the houses is different, everything is different, ceremonies is different. You don't see those things in any other part of Indonesia pretty much. So Bali is not really Indonesia, but Bali is beautiful pretty much, but it's just crowded and busy and everything else. For example, I was thinking to go back to Bali, like from here, and I don't know, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do next. Because another thing is now January, everywhere prices are so high. And I'll be honest with you, because I spent so much time in Thailand, so I don't want to go back to Thailand right now. I rather to go and explore somewhere else. Either I'm going to go to Laos or maybe I'm going to go to Bali. I don't know, be honest with you, but I haven't made my decision. But once I go out for 1 month or so, then I'm taking the visa for 3 months to Vietnam, because really I want to explore here. And the cost of living here is very decent, and the hotels are clean and streets are clean. And I'm sure, I spend enough time everywhere else except Vietnam. So now is the time for me to explore more Vietnam. So guys, I hope you guys enjoy this video. So I'm doing all this comparison based on my own personality. So I'm not like other YouTuber to make something, sugarcoat something, because for example, they say, okay, 10 things that you need to do in Vietnam, 10 beautiful places in Vietnam, 5 best something in Thailand. It just, a lot of them is just totally just made up. It just made up really, because 5 things that you like, my friend, and the 5 things that somebody else likes, it's just day and night, because these 5 fingers are different. So I'm doing our comparison based on my personality, but maybe you come to this big city, small city, and say, I don't like it. I don't like beach. I want a big city with the malls and traffic and this and that. But to me, I like this view. I don't like to go and sit next to the mall. Like I don't like traffic. I don't like, too many people on the street. I like more quiet time. So again, that's why I'm saying, like, when you're traveling, you have to go and see it by yourself to experience it, see if you like it or not. But based on my experience, Vietnam is really, really, really in so many aspects impressive. And that's why I want to come back and stay 3 months and travel more and more everywhere in Vietnam. So guys, enjoy this video. I'm going for a walk, then I'm gonna grab a lunch. Maybe I'm gonna film some stuff, some places that I didn't film, and then coming back and upload this video. And hopefully one night, if God give me that energy to go to one of these bar or rooftop bars, or I don't know, some bars and clubs, so I can film some nightlife for you guys too. But Merry Christmas, Happy New Year from now on, guys, for everybody that's watching my video. I love you guys. Please just give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and subscribe to my channel. That's all I need. So again, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, everyone. And already 2025. I cannot believe it, man. Time is going by like this, and I'm getting just 1 year older. No, actually 1 year younger. So cheers guys, and see you guys on the next video. Bye bye. Before ending this video, I want you guys to see this lovely view, lovely beach, and the weather here is so lovely today.